not had any requests like that, so I'm sure we're going to be fine. If you haven't at the time during the course of the day, type one word that in our word cloud so that we can see what was the one thing that you learned or that that you would take away from yesterday. So your exit ticket. So one word that describes yesterday's session. I can see, and you can also see, I'm sure on my screen, it says it's mind-blowing, insightful, interesting, amazeballs, eye-opening. So I do think you guys are at least learning something in Honors Week, and that it's worth your time. And again, I want to thank all our colleagues from the support departments and from the Department of Business Management and all other colleagues from different colleges for being here and for supporting the students. I'm thanking the students for taking the time. I'm sure you will reap the fruits of being here and spending this week with us. So without further ado, I am going to stop sharing the word cloud, and then I'm going to hand over to Vivian.
There we go. Great. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for having me back. I'm going to do let me share my screen. There we go. Just thumbs up if everybody can see the screen. Super. Thank you very much. For those that I didn't meet on Monday, my name is Vivian Ladner. I am a partner working with the ADOVH department at UNISA. We are a group of companies that specialize in the education space. We have an IT company. I have IT managers on site. We have a school management system for primary, high school, and for, you could say, the FET, TVET sector. Then we have a education global training partner, a Microsoft Education global training partner called Buzzbotics. And yes, we do coding and robotics as well for K-12 education. And then we have our esports or gaming company called RGB Gaming. And RGB Gaming has been doing a lot of engagements with ADOV over the last 2 years. You know, things like the gaming lab that was established, as well as Luwazi, working with UNISA on how Luwazi can interact with the students and so forth. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about digital citizenship. And I went to the Cambridge English Dictionary to go and find a definition, and the Oxford Dictionary, and, you know, just standard dictionaries. But this definition is the one that stood out for me. And they define digital citizenship as a state of being skilled in using the internet in order to communicate with others, buy and sell things, I apologize for that, or take part in politics, and understand how to do this in a safe, respectful, and responsible way. Now, this also tags on from our theme from Monday, where the being responsible with AI, do it safely, do it respectfully, and be responsible when you're working with AI as well. So I think it's a common thread that pulls through all of these online uses that we go through. Now, digital citizenship definitely encompasses a wide range of behaviors that are responsible and respectful in a digital world. And we see things like think critically. You need to evaluate the things that you read online, especially sensationalized headlines or misleading or polarizing content. My tongue today. We need to monitor. We need to be aware of the net effects of our activity online. The no bullying rule most definitely is what we advocate for when being online or being a digital citizen. Responding, answering questions or commenting respectfully, acknowledging alternative perspectives. And just something very interesting that I watched on Monday morning, I follow a gentleman by the name of Gavin Sharples on social media. He's been around for 25 something years in the industry as a, he'll point a finger at me saying that he's a motivational speaker, but he encourages people to think differently, to think outside the box. And one of the things that Gavin mentioned on Monday was that he would read social media posts and so forth, and he would never like it or send a heart or comment or anything like that. And his teenage daughter actually took him to task over the weekend because he wasn't liking a post that she'd put up. He read it, but he didn't like it. So she said to him, how am I supposed to know whether it's the right thing or not? So again, responding to those comments respectfully and acknowledging it so that the algorithms in the back, the AI in the back can actually do their work as well. Then looking at contributing, add helpful information or context to a discussion or to a wiki page. Wikipedia, we know, just grows and grows and grows with the information that is being shared. So being able to contribute in a manner. Then cite, to acknowledge the source of the information or the media that it comes from, especially when you're doing research, especially when you are using things like Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT or any one of the other AI tools out there as well. Cite that you have used their, them as a source. Evaluate to improve the tone of the interaction in the discussion. And, if you see something is going in a direction where potentially it could become harmful speech or something like that, reach out to the individuals individually, not on the post, and just ask them if they are able to maybe have a look at it, reevaluate the tone, and ask them if they think this is the right course of action. And leading into that is protect, guard against cyberbullying, protect account information with secure passwords, and report technical vulnerabilities. Now, I've come across a lot of things, and unfortunately in December, I went to a site online, and you'll see this is a common thread. I went to a site online to do a purchase, and only after I'd done the purchase did I realize this site was mimicking another site that I generally use. I quickly jumped on and spoke to my bank about it and had the transaction stopped. Luckily, I did not lose any of the money, but it's just making sure that you are protecting yourself as well. Then clarify, understand someone's point, data, or the position on the issue before attempting to counterpoint during an online debate. I think we see a lot of this happening on Twitter, now X, where some people just go off on a massive tangent and they haven't checked all the facts or read the whole story behind the comment. And then it just becomes a bit of a war field. Then we need to look at helping, assist people who need it, whether it is on Wikipedia or on social media platforms, website comment sections, or anywhere else. And then assume the best. In discussions and other virtual or digital interactions, assume the best of people so that they can be good citizens. I know that can sometimes be difficult, but we do need to assume the best. Other examples including learning how to download antivirus software to protect one's devices, building a system of guidelines and protocols for safeguarding the privacy before launching into a virtual interaction. Then there's some common mistakes we all make. And I think somewhere one of us have had one of these points that has come to haunt us, right? Using the same passwords over and over. Now, I know of some people that have had the same password for the last 20 years, as long as what they've had a computer. They've not changed the password. That does leave you open for vulnerabilities and to be hacked. Neglecting software updates, whether it be on your mobile devices or on your laptops that you are using, do those software updates. There's reasons behind that, especially if you are connecting to a network that, you know, if you're connecting to an outside network or a public network, make sure that your updates are there. Using the right kind of antivirus. Now, as when you connect to the UNISA network, the backend of UNISA is protected, but if you are using your own device connecting into the UNISA network, you need to protect your device with various antiviruses or just the regular updates. I have an example at home on my mom's mobile device. My mom, bless her soul, she's 83 years old. Every time there's an update, she brings her phone to me and she says, "What must I do with this? I don't know what this means." And then I just scroll through and update the necessary things. So it's just about being respectful and making sure that you are assisting people, like we said previously as well. Then buying from unknown sources, and this was my interaction I had, it was mimicking as a known source to me. Just watch yourself on that. Some of the biggest issues is when you add your payment details or your credit card so that it can autofill. That is something you should try and avoid as much as possible. Using public Wi-Fi's is also something that we need to take into consideration. I know we all walk into the mall and we connect to the open Wi-Fi. We sit down at coffee shops. I'm a big one to go and sit in a Nugget Bean and just log on to their Wi-Fi. The criminals could be lurking and just sitting at the table next to you and trying to log in and onto your device that is on this public network. One of the things that I've done now personally is I've got myself a little Wi-Fi dongle that I carry around, and when I'm going to a public space, I just connect to that, and it has a sufficient password on it as well. Then one of the big things I think that we all get tagged in is online shopping during big sales. Black Friday, we know how many times our common big shoppers take a lot, and you know, what is the other one? I can't think of the other names now, sorry, but they've gone down or something has happened during that time because they've had too many people logging on. So we just need to remember that staying safe online is just about knowing about the common mistakes and trying to avoid them and adopting safe best practices. Protecting yourself from cybercrime involves a combination of really good habits and the right kind of tools. Now, again, Black Friday, there we go. The right kind of tools. Now, obviously, I am a Microsoft partner, so I do believe that Microsoft has a massive amount of security tools built into it. The Windows that come standard on your laptop devices, that already has an antivirus built into the back of it. You just have to activate it. Your Microsoft 365 personal licenses that you buy, or your UNISA accounts that you activate via My Life, those already have antiviruses built into it. And obviously the UNISA IT system is protecting everything that you do online as well. So making use of a full service internet security suite, and there's many out there. There's Trend Micro, there's Symantec, there's ESET, there's Kaspersky, and sometimes these vendors do run specials, especially when you're purchasing from the likes of a Vodacom or an MTN or an Incredible Connection. They will include an antivirus in the product sale that you are buying. Install it, make sure you use it. Then a combination of strong passwords, and yes, different passwords for different devices or for different types of interaction. Make them as complex as what you can, using alphanumeric and obviously your symbol keys. All right. And do not use the dog's name. Do not use your daughter, your son's name. Do not use dates of birth. I think these are all just, the simple things that we know we're not supposed to do, but yet we do it. I got to a school not so long ago, and somebody logged in with triple zeros and an exclamation mark, or password, the word password as their password, as a default. That is not best practice at all in being a good digital citizen. Also, make sure that you keep your software updated, like I mentioned previously. It's imperative. I actually have a little orange dot on mine that says to me I need to do my updates this morning on my device. And it fixes all the patches and the vulnerabilities that hackers are exploiting. Cell phones, please do your updates, even though, you might think, oh, but I'm not going to use this kind of stuff. It's fixing something in the back end so that your devices are protected. Then turn on multi-factor authentication. Now, again, if you're logging in with your UNISA account, this is something that UNISA does in the back end. And multi-factor authentication is either putting a PIN code in, or doing a facial recognition or a thumbprint and a password that you need to do when logging into a system. It is highly recommended. There have been universities around the world that have not had multi-factor authentication in place because they were transitioning from one platform to the other. And unfortunately, they did get cyber hacked. And with that, obviously, comes a whole host of other things around how the university needs to protect itself going forward. Be cautious on public Wi-Fi's, and try and avoid buying from unknown sources. And then really important is make a checklist for yourself. Must-have features and in a cyber plan. Make sure that you can automatically go beyond just the password management, and consider a VPN when you are working so that you can protect yourself from all cyber threats. Some of the links that I've shared, and I actually am going to play the YouTube video for us, just talks about being a digital citizen. So if you can just give me one moment, and please just let me know if you can hear the sound.
Event, there's no sound on my side.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, there's no
sound?
sound.
No sound. Okay. Let me reshare. Sharing.
Now there's absolutely no sound.
Okay, let me just reshare. Sorry, let's just take buffering here a bit. Just a second.
An ISTE ambassador and Microsoft Innovative Educator in the state of Texas in the United States. Learners around the world are growing up in an increasingly online and technology-connected environments. In this digital age, an unlimited number of resources are available just a tap click away. While technology plays a tremendous role in helping young learners access material in new and innovative ways, it also presents a new wave of challenge. There are over 4 billion global users online today. This number is increasing daily. Many of our young learners are still trying to decipher the norms, rules, and responsibilities of their local communities and greater societies, let alone learn those of the online world. We must teach learners how to access the information they seek and how to analyze, interpret, and evaluate the resources at their disposal. Our job as educators is to bridge the gap between the classroom and the online world and to grow learners into global digital citizens. These skills can be thoughtfully integrated into existing lessons and activities to reinforce their importance throughout the school year. Digital citizenship skills ensure that learners are prepared to engage and discuss topics like online privacy, their digital footprint, and connecting with diverse peers in appropriate ways. These skills help build learner capacity to engage responsibly, meaningfully, and confidently in the digital world. Join me to learn more about how Microsoft supports empowering every learner to become good digital citizens.
And with that, I did share the link previously in the chat. We often speak about games-based learning and gamifying interactions with students. Now, inside Minecraft education, there is worlds that have been created. And one of the things for International Cybersecurity Day and so forth that was created is a digital citizenship through online gaming. Now, Richard, I'm not sure if everybody is able to access the link yet, but this is something that I would like for you to go through if you do have the opportunity to go and have a look at it. If you've got nieces and nephews or you have your own children, please let them go and play this. It's just an easy way to explain what it is to be a good digital citizen or to be safe online, especially with all the games that the students are playing. One of the things that we use as an analogy when we are speaking to schools about students, age-appropriate games for students, is, you know, you won't let your 12-year-old child take your car key, get in your car and go and drive, right? Why are we letting them take our mobile devices and downloading any game that they like and playing it without checking that the game is appropriate or age appropriate for them? And we're seeing more and more of these conversations with parents. It's like, how do I know? Well, the parent needs to do an investigation as well on what it is that the child is playing. There are many applications that parents can go and have a look at to engage, or you can go and have a look at to engage whether this is a safe site and so forth for your child. I'm going to try and play this video. Just let me know if it works, please, Richard. And we know that the youth of today, the children of today.
Online gaming is a great way for young people to connect, learn, and play as they build their own community. And it's so important for students to understand how to stay and feel safe online. That is why Xbox and Minecraft partnered to create CyberSafe Good Game, a creative learning experience designed to teach students the tools and skills to always have a good game. Good Game is a single-player game for console or PC where learners try out online gaming challenges safely with a group of in-game friends. Players will encounter multiple real-life scenarios, like cheating or bullying. Each challenge will help students, teachers, and families learn how to make informed decisions, selecting the best action from the software tools available, like muting, reporting, and blocking. Help young people make online gaming a more exciting experience. Shoot straight and have a good game today.
There we go. So, let me just reshare my screen quick. So looking at these interactions on online learning, is there any questions, or being a good digital citizen, have you come across something in the past or currently that you have found that could potentially be disturbing? I'm just trying to get out here now. There we go.
There was a comment in the chat saying, when you buy online, use a card with limited funds.
Sure.
I do that. I've got a card that is linked to an account with limited funds in.
Yeah. Any other questions or observations?
I think one of the in banking lately is the invention of the virtual card. I use my virtual card. I create a virtual card to shop online, and then I delete it afterwards. So then there is no trace of me ever again.
And that's quite a good practice to continue. Also on the iPhones now, you can hide your information. So when somebody actually looks at it, it's just a whole bunch of symbols and numbers and all of that kind of stuff that pertains nothing to the actual credit card number or my email address or anything like that. So that's on the iPhone. Sorry, I'm not an Android user, but I know I've activated that so that none of that information is seen. One of the things, sorry, yes?
No, there's another question also, if there's any software that you can use to police your children's gadgets.
Yes, most definitely, and I'll come to that. Can we just pause on that for a minute? So one of the things that, again, coming back to Microsoft Learn, which is the site where all Microsoft's digital curriculum sits, and this is a safe, secure site for you to access. Again, you can log in either with your Outlook or your Gmail or your UNISA accounts into the site to gain access. And just one of the learning paths that there is about digital citizenship. And it's a whole module that you can go and complete. It talks about a pedagogical view, being online, teacher takeaways. There's a knowledge check. And as soon as you do the knowledge check, yes, you do get badges and points. And again, I'm just going to copy this and stick it in the chat. Let me just stick it in the chat quick. And this is something that you can go through as a parent, and get your child to do it with you as well. So, yeah, very good. Get into a habit of deleting your cards. And it's all just about being aware and of your environment, and being aware of what other people are saying. So, the question around, is there an app that you can monitor your child? Yes, definitely. It is called Q Studio. And you as a parent can sign up. Yes, it is online, and I'm just going to stick it in the chat again. It is an online application, and it's once off. Studio. Let me just reshare. Gosh, share. Q Studio. So Q Studio is literally an app that you as the parent have on your mobile device. You obviously load it onto your child's device or the student's device, on however many devices they have. You are able to do content filtering. You can monitor activities. You can set time limits. You can locate family. You can track phone calls and SMSs, reports. It will send you a report every day, every week, however you set it up to do. And it's pretty cool. So we have this, a couple of our staff have it on their children's devices, and it literally will tell you how much time they are spending on what app. So if they're playing Roblox, which is obviously a very big thing for the littlies, it will tell you how much time they've spent on Roblox. If they are on YouTube or any other game or any other site, it will give you those kind of reports. And the good thing is it's on all the different operating systems. All right. It does web filtering, and the best thing of all is you can literally at night go and say 8 o'clock at night, all devices off, and you can shut their device down so that they can't access anything after a certain time. And it works. The kids might not be happy about it, but it definitely does work. So Q Studio, you can sign up online. Like I said, it's a once-off cost. There's different plans. So yes, there is dollar costs, unfortunately, but like I said, it's once off and you have everything. Okay. And yeah, you've got all the safety built in, your daily limits, your activities, the locations. You've got some support if you need support, but it is really, really simple to install. We are a reseller of this product in South Africa. We are showcasing it at different events that we're going to now as well. And we're quite lucky because the staff that are using it are parents, so they can actually speak to real live examples of this. So Q Studio is quick, it's simple, and you get the information that you need to. And best of all, you as the parents can control. You can go and set time limits. If they can only have screen time between this time and that time, 7 and 8 at night or whatever it is, you can make all of those, you can create all of those policies in the back for yourself. There we go. Anything else? I think that's it from me. I know I'm a little bit ahead of time today. Rod, your hand is up.
Thank you very much, Vivian, and good morning, everybody. My question is, how safe is it to use strong passwords that's provided on legitimate sites? Because obviously, if you download a certain app, sometimes, I know Chat GPT actually also provides like, a 12 symbol, 12, how safe is it? And then the next question is also, if you've got a protected device and you save that passwords, is it safe to do that? Because otherwise you've got like 50 passwords to try and remember. So yeah, thank you.
And that's very true, that you will have multiple passwords. And Microsoft's recommendation is 8 to 16 combination of alphanumeric and symbols in a password. And we know that many apps will say, do you want to save the password on the device? I know Google does that, Bing does that, there's many applications say, do you want to save the password? Do you want to save your credit card details? Never, never, never do that. All right. The password when you log into your device, into your UNISA account, the My Life account, that is managed in the back end as well by UNISA with all of the other security policies and tools that have been put in place. On my iPhone, there's a keychain that I can go and add passwords and stuff in for security. It can only log in with my different authentication ways, and I've got 3 different authentication ways just to get to it, to be able to view those passwords. And again, it's up to you as an individual. I know people that don't have passwords at all on their mobile devices that they just sweep up, or on their laptops because they say it's too much of a hindrance, unfortunately. Please be safe, protect your data, your information. In this day and age when we know that ransom attacks are happening and all of that kind of stuff, those are the people that are not being good digital citizens. I see we have 2 hands up. Loretta, ma'am, yours was up first. Loretta, are you there?
Yes, yeah, sorry, finding the unmute. I wanted to ask about the use of vaults for storing passwords. Is it safe to store your passwords in vaults? I mean, if you are going to be creating different passwords for different things, and like just me, I have 5 banking apps. I have then there is my UNISA, there's my work email, there's my this can go exponential. There's no way I'm going to remember all these passwords. So to stay away from trying to click on save the password online, can I use a vault to save my passwords in where I can go and retrieve when I need to use it? And are these vaults safe, and which ones are recommended?
So that's really, really a difficult question to answer. And the reason being, again, it's your own preference. If you are using, and again, I'm preaching from the Microsoft perspective, I have a lot of faith in when I put my stuff into a Microsoft secure environment, my information is secure there. I know that there are the other vendors or the other companies out there that do use vaults. This is your personal choice. If you would need to go and do the research on those vaults, go and see what people have to say about it online, and protect yourself as much as possible. For me to say this vault is better than that one, I use Apple, I use Windows devices. So I've got two different sets of way that I'm protecting myself at the moment. I use multi-factor authentication, whether it be my face scan or a fingerprint or passwords. You know, so there's various ways of me authenticating, or PIN codes. You know, it's again a personal thing that you have to do. But using different vaults, I would just do some initial research around that. Pumelele? Pumelele, are you there? Hayden, I see you've asked a question. How safe is it to use passwords recommended to you to use? So if a website recommends a password, I wouldn't, because that means they have access to it. I would rather go and create your own password. And again, anything between 12 to 16 characters, alphanumeric and symbols, is a good practice. I've seen some really clever passwords in the last while. People are actually typing a sentence instead of just a word. They actually have a sentence as a password. It's just something I saw the other day. Pumelele, sorry, your hand was up. No. All right. If there's no other questions, my slide deck will be shared with I have shared it with David and them already, so they will give you access to that. But also happy to chat. And you know, at the end of the day, it's, if you are a good citizen, you're going to be teaching others about that as well. Hopefully things will become a little bit better when it comes to having access online and using a digital platform. Is it not better to use password vaults that are built into security systems such as Avast? So Avast is an antivirus solution. So if that is something that you are using and you're comfortable with that, then I would use it. Microsoft also has Microsoft Defender also has vaults that you can put your passwords and so forth into it. You know, what I'm trying to say are gone are the days that you're sticking the passwords under keyboards, and you won't believe it still happens today. You walk into a shopping mall and you lift their keyboards up and the passwords are there because they have different people coming in and out. Instead of having that user logging in, they have one username for a shop, for them to work with a cash, to email customers, to collect customer information, credit card information. It's a one user logging into a system, which is completely incorrect, because you're not getting the you know, the safety that you require as a consumer.
Unfortunately, I think the more people get used to using these things, the more easier it becomes to hack into systems, and because they know how to do it.
Yeah.
I see they say.
I personally have been getting an SMS to say I need to go and do my FICA registration on my FNB app. Please click here. And if you go look at the end of the URL, it's actually somebody in Nigeria.
Yeah,
So,
those things you never click on.
Yeah, so please be aware of those kind of things. If SARS sends you an SMS, SARS will not send you an SMS. They will phone you before they send you a SMS or before they send you an email. Your banks will communicate via the app with you. You know, please, there's so many different scams happening, clothing
Okay,
stores
yeah.
and everything online these days that are mimicking others.
They also don't just willingly give over information over phone calls
Right.
also. That I often get calls from call centers and you know, charities to want to do you want to register a debit order? No, send me a form, I will send you a EFT every month.
And I know of an example. There was a lady in Koster in the Northwest, a retired lady. She got a phone call and they said, I'm from such and such a bank. We just need to confirm some banking details. And they had certain information about her. And please, can you just confirm your credit card? And they started reading off a number. And she went, no, that's the wrong number. Here's the right one. And 40,000 Rand later out of her bank account.
Yeah, so even on the phone, don't trust people who phone you either. If they want to phone you and confirm something, they should have the number. They can read the number through to you.
Yeah.
And you can confirm. If it's not correct, then tell them to send you an email.
Yeah. Yeah. Karen,
some people get quite upset when I do that.
But that's true. You have to protect yourself. Teach your children how to become good, responsible, respectful digital citizens. Karen, thank you very much. Richard, David, thank you for having me. I'm always happy to help you guys and work with you. There we go. We've got somebody from SARS. Thank you very much. We don't send messages with links. Block them. 100%. Thank you very much, Deborah, for that.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you, Vivian, for spending the time with the students and with us. And I'm sure that they will take away a lot from these interactions with you.
Great. Thank you very much. And be well, everybody. Take care.
Okay, Vivian. Bye.
Bye.
I am just going to stop the recording so that I don't have such big videos again.